One director prepared to fall on his sword while another resists. AstraZeneca CEO quits as drug sales tumble. And Rupert Murdoch faces the Leveson inquiry for a second day. With me to talk about these stories, Robert Cole.
Hi.
Trying to remember your name. I was going to introduce you. I was going to introduce you as the ex-Times man. You know, so I got a little bit confused.
I did used to work there
with,
as well.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll come on to that in just a second, and maybe you can bring some of your personal anecdotes to that. But AstraZeneca. I guess the point here is that shareholders' concerns are being addressed by this company.
Yeah, I mean, we shouldn't try and draw the parallels between AstraZeneca and News Corp too closely, but it does seem, you know, and there's a large element of coincidence about this, of course, but it does seem to me that AstraZeneca has been in a difficult place for a number of years. It has had some struggles developing strategy. Its chief executive, I don't think it's fair to be too harsh on him, but hasn't really excited shareholders and hasn't really managed, it seems, to make much inroads into the challenges they have with patents and so on. And some disquiet has relatively recently emerged, and the group has moved quite quickly to address those. And it does seem that though, you know, changing the top people is not everything by any means. We're saying, Chris Hughes' piece today is saying that there needs now to be a cultural revolution at AstraZeneca throughout the business, that the company is being responsive in a way which I think, with the best will in the world, News Corp and Rupert Murdoch isn't.
Well, let's talk about that. The point of your piece yesterday, or Chris's piece yesterday, was exactly that. He you know, this is a personal love of his, this business. Is he listening to shareholder concerns? Probably not. Will he ever listen to shareholder concerns? Probably not. And should anyone be worried by that?
Well, I think it's fair to say that nobody in anything like recent history who's bought into News Corp can have done so without the knowledge that they would be, if you like, dependent on Mr. Murdoch and probably not have vast amounts of influence over him. But I think that yesterday's evidence was really quite stark, it seemed to me. He was, you know, almost laughing off the fact that, you know, shareholders didn't want him to didn't want News Corp to own newspapers, thought they destroyed value. And he sort of brushed it aside as if it was something that he didn't even need to worry about. Well, I mean, and it seems to me that anybody who draws their capital from a large base should pay attention to their thoughts. He can reject them. He can reject them. He can say, "Look, no, there is a reason why we should be doing this," or, you know, maybe there's a non-financial reason which means that he can do it. But by simply just saying, "No, I fancy it," therefore I'm going to.
When you worked for Murdoch, when you worked for the Times, did you have discussions like this in the newsroom? Did you have discussions about, you know, our boss? You know, we're safe because he loves these papers, whether they make money or not?
No, we didn't really. I mean, it's going back some time anyway, so these kind of issues weren't going around when I was there. But no, we tried, I think, to do these stories as independently and as they were any other story, but we're also conscious that, you know, there was a clear, if you like, conflict of interest. So, you know, we tried to do them straight as a matter of, you know, as a matter of record, in the way that we'd do anything else. But, you know, it's fair to say that we treated them a little bit more carefully because we knew that there would be lots of eyes on us, reading things into stories and ways we did things which might not even be there.
I'm putting you on the spot a little bit now, but as an ex-boss, were you impressed by his performance yesterday? You're taking a good look at him there on the screen.
I don't know. I don't know. I wonder how this is going to come out, really, and I think that how this will evolve. I don't think that, as we said in another piece, I think that this is reflecting pretty badly on all concerned, the Murdochs, the media, and actually the government. And I wonder whether actually it's the government at the end of the day that will be hurt most by this week's, the UK government, that is, that will be hurt most by this week's entertainment.
All right. Robert, many thanks for that. For more agenda-setting insight, watch our US Breaking Views show. That comes on every day, 12:30 Eastern, 17:30 BST. I'm Axel Threlfall. This is Reuters.